What's happening, people? We're back here once again on CubCamTV for this, another edition of CubReacts. I'm super excited to be back inside the building once again as we jump into yet another brand new one from Shatta Wale. This one alongside Captan, it goes by the name of Mad Ting. Really excited to get into this one. If you aren't already subscribed, make sure you're hitting that button at the bottom of the page, turning notifications on, leaving a like and a comment, all of that good stuff. And of course, following on Instagram at KXVU on all social media platforms. Loads of content dropping everywhere, so make sure you're getting involved. The thing to remember about this video, of course, is that there will be a lot of cuts and pauses. The reason for this is because YouTube basically block the videos we try to upload whenever we upload them without cutting them down to having not much music and a lot of talking, basically, so we have to do that. If you want to check out the full videos, however, you can head over to patreon.com/CubCamTV. They're all available on there. For now, though, let's crack on with this one. I am very excited to get into it. So we're going for a very sort of traditional bashment dancehall style of instrumental, from what I'm gathering from this intro, from the intro of the instrumental, sorry. Very kind of stuttered synthesizer patterns, that sort of sound as well. Very electronic, very synthetic in the way it's sounding, and obviously those reverberated vocals as well. Very sort of classic kind of Vybz Kartel vibes, I feel. There's a lot of those sort of similar traits in the way the intro's been structured.
From Cappy say we have to live it up. And a champagne glass, the big black. Cause enough time.
You know what? That harmony's really, really nice. It does. There's a lot of similarities to a lot of Vybz Kartel stuff. It's the first time I've really heard it within a Shatta Wale tune, that sort of Vybz Kartel comparison, but I can definitely hear it in a lot of the tonalities, a lot of the sort of melodies he's using as well, and just his general projection and performance. There's a lot of similarities there, which sounds really, really interesting when you kind of stack them up next to each other. I'm really liking this, though. I'm loving the sort of melodies he's using, that expansive sort of vocal, the harmonies we heard just there. Again, very kind of louche in the way he's doing it, very relaxed, swaying side to side. Not too strict, and again the video looks like people are just having a good time.
Anytime we go a party, it's not the 45 then a party.
This is a super catchy sing-along hook as well. That sort of yeah. Really, really nice little addition in there as well. I'm noticing a lot of kind of 808 movement in the low end of the instrumental as well. That sort of like almost like a lot of UK drill in the way we're hearing those 808 tones kind of slide up and down. And just in general, Shatta's vocal sounds very, very clean. You know, he doesn't sound like it's a quick take. This sounds like it's been processed really, really nicely. Really well-rounded as well in a lot of the processing that's been going on with it. And it just fits the instrumental. You know, when you hear certain dancehall tunes, it sounds like the vocal's not supposed to be there. I very rarely don't get that with Shatta. You know, this definitely is a track where it sounds like he's supposed to be the vocalist for this tune, which is a big compliment.
If not the 45 then a party, like Messi,
just on a soundscaping level as well. I know I'm pausing this one a fair bit, I do apologise, but there's a lot of technicalities about this one I'm really enjoying. That's why you watch this channel at the end of the day, for the technical breakdowns of tunes. The synthesizers are really, really clean, and they've been processed and EQ'd really, really nicely. You can hear them kind of fluttering through the mix, and you can hear that sort of sound in the high end of the mix. Really cleanly done. Like, Shatta's got a mid to high end vocal, and the way they kind of interact with each other without overlapping is really, really good production practice. And I think just in general, the compositional value of this is very well balanced. There's a lot going on in the low end, but it's not overbearing. There's a lot going on in the mid and highs, and they're not overbearing.
So just we not play, we not joke when we rise it up and shoot at. Them and them when me say I want like Judas. Can't forget them copy this.
This is a sick vocal addition as well. It's the first time I've heard Captan, and I really like that instantaneous energy, that almost kind of monotonous kind of use of melody. You know, very kind of like very, very thin melodically, but still very impactful. There's a tone to his voice which instantaneously catches you, and that's a really cool trait to have. I think it fits nicely. It's good to have on a second verse because it makes the tune kind of take itself to a next level. I don't think just within a verse structure there's much more that Shatta could have done to the tune, so this is where collaborations make perfect sense. You know, it takes you on a journey.
Never happy, we not follow looters. Running at the side back, yes we are the shooters. Watch out, you too sharp, we the butchers. It's a mad.
Really nice verse. I enjoyed that. Really cool verse from Captan. Definitely someone I'm going to take a look at and make sure I subscribe to. Really, really like his approach. Again, very skippy. Very reminiscent of a lot of, I'd say, sort of 80s, 90s sort of dancehall toasting. You know, very sort of systemized in the way it sounds. It sounds like he could go over any instrumental with those lyrics. It's not as if they're out of place, but they're quite interchangeable, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It just means he's got a lot of versatility about the way he performs, and it fits naturally into that more sort of live toasting sort of environment. Really nice use of echo and delay on the chorus there as well. It's not, I didn't notice it the first time around, but when you listen to the end of Shatta's phrases, you hear a really heavy echo or delay, depends where you are in the world, how you describe it, but in musical terms it tends to be called a delay rather than an echo. But you hear that Mad Ting, 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 ting. Really, really nice use of filling up that bit of space, you know. Really, really cool way of doing it, and just good production practice. Again, there's a lot of really nice little features on this that I'm really enjoying. And then obviously just that hook, that sing-along hook, that yeah, really, really catchy. I've done that completely wrong. Don't judge me for my terrible singing voice, but you get the point.
Man, I real to the streets like the gutter, used to the skunk and now the bugger.
Yeah.
Man, I ramp on the bar like drug bar.
Really nice. Again, the impact of that. I think people underestimate the value in coming out hard for a second verse. You know, I think that's something that people kind of sleep on, the importance of a leading artist's second verse. If it's a free verse tune, this almost doubles up as a bridge, so you've got to have something different, you've got to have something impactful and something that's going to catch the ears, especially after the verse in the middle, which stood out quite a bit. That's really nice, the way they're affecting the vocal and almost having the monotone underneath with the sort of sing-along version on top of it. Very nice use of harmonics. There's that almost that eerie kind of the dissonance to it that gives it that kind of extra value as well. Really nice. I'm really impressed with this tune for all of the different little production elements that have been sprinkled in there, you know. Like, it's a tune that could have been quite flat, but because of all these little additional elements that they've gone through in the studio process, it's just brought it to life. Nice. Nice way of doubling up on the chorus as well. Obviously, with a chorus, you don't want it to get repetitive, you don't want it to get boring and overbearing, and this sort of really heavily reverberated take on the chorus works really nicely, especially as we are moving towards the outro of the tune. It's a good way of kind of rounding it off, you know. When you hear a chorus that sounds a little bit different to the original, you kind of go, okay, cool, we're at the peak / the end of the tune. You kind of go like that and then down afterwards, and it works really nicely. There we go. Finished off on that one. Really, really cool tune. I enjoyed this one a lot. I've got to say, I'm a big fan of Shatta Wale. A lot of the stuff he's doing as well. I think this is a very good example of his versatility and his understanding of compositional value as much as anything else. So there we go. If you did enjoy this one, please make sure you are hitting that subscribe button at the bottom of the page, turning notifications on, leaving a like, leaving a comment, all of that good stuff. And if you want to check out the full unedited version, you can over to patreon.com /CubCamTV. That's it from me, though, and we shall see you all next time. Peace.
Them sounding so good right now, but they're sounding a Brighton town.
Guys, press, please. Who's the boss man?
Yo, this is Skepsis and you're listening to CubReacts.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, CubCamTV. Stay locked.